Mr. Derrick Goh. Take your three cards together.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On the strengthening of TACs to help SMEs, even as the government has catered for significant resources to help SMEs in our pursuit of a digital and green economy, SMEs still see transformation as a cost rather than a strategic investment or advantage. Intensifying outreach to proactively engage SMEs was a point that Minister Gan made in his speech at the budget debate recently. To accelerate our SMEs' growth in the new economy, there is room to do more to spark that mindset shift and marshal them towards the right resources, shape role models in different industries, and to sustain partnerships in their transformational journey. In these aspects, I believe that the trade associations and chambers of commerce, or TACs, can step up to play a bigger role and better define a role in partnering with the government. With their extensive networks, TACs can be an effective bridge between agencies and our businesses and are able to galvanize members as agents of change. TACs can also play a role in encouraging knowledge sharing between their members so that businesses can learn about successes and pitfalls faster in their journey for growth. Therefore, can MTI share how it can better incentivize and equip TACs to encourage them to step up in their efforts in this area? In the next cut on measures to further support SMEs, Mr. Chairman, the economic improvement in Singapore in 2021 is a testament to both the effectiveness of the government support measures for our SMEs, as well as the resilience of our local businesses. Although we are not yet out of the woods in this pandemic, our SMEs can be cautiously optimistic as the world progressively opens up. That said, there are concerns given significant economic headwinds. Higher energy prices and supply chain disruption continue to push business costs up. Locally, our wage uplift and tighter wage policies relating to labor, foreign labor, have been structured to help our local workers and can also therefore translate to higher expenses for SMEs. The recent crisis in the Ukraine has compounded these worries as it has exacerbated the rise of energy costs. Oil prices are now expected to stay way higher than US $100, and business prospects looks a lot more cloudier when it looked a lot brighter just a few weeks ago. While the business support packages in Budget 22 are generous, and with digital transformation, productivity, and training schemes, can Minister explain what short-term measure will the government further provide for SMEs to cope with the yet higher energy prices? Will the government consider further extending the availability of the Temporary Electricity Contracting Support Scheme, or TREX, to all SMEs who wish to subscribe, given that it is renewed monthly? Against the backdrop of a prolonged energy crisis worsened by the Ukraine situation, which is still unfolding, will the government consider further extending TREX beyond May? Beyond navigating higher business costs with funding support, the government can also consider boosting non-financial measures to help our SMEs recover and grow. More than handouts, SMEs are eager for opportunities to get back on their feet. So, the most important and inspiring stories of grit can be found in our worst hit sectors, such as our SMEs in the MICE industry. Mr. Dylan Sharma, VP of the Singapore Association of Convention and Exhibition Organizers and Suppliers, or SACIOS, told me about the pivots that MICE SMEs took and described that online became their lifeline. While the industry deeply appreciates the government support schemes that enabled many to stay afloat, the association has also given feedback that the demand aggregation procurement mechanism used by Vital to improve government procurement efficiency has locked out some SMEs, even though Mr. Sharma himself and his company is on the panel. Those who are not on the panel of vendors, he describes, are unable to compete for government jobs for a few years related to the DA contract. So as the digitalization of procurement processes have made it efficient, can the demand aggregation model be reviewed to improve openness so as to enhance business competition for government contracts? On this note, what other non-financial measures can MTI further implement to support SMEs in their recovery? On the third cut, Mr. Chairman, the digitalization is an imperative for SMEs to thrive in our new economy. Nonetheless, I mentioned in my budget speech that what weighs on the minds of SME owners are the certainty of cost increases against the uncertainty of the benefits related to digitization. While the government has embarked on the journey to provide a nurturing ecosystem for SMEs to digitalize, there are still inertia and doubts that deter SMEs from taking the first step. I recently spoke with Mr. Jimmy Goh, the owner of an SME 500 awardee, Sin Tree Mini Mart, who successfully digitalized his father's 30-year-old traditional seafood business with the help of an SME center. He fed back about the heavy reliance on an outsourced solution providers, noting that SME owners like him are not technologically savvy and have to go through a lot of trial and error. SMEs therefore worry about potentially getting locked in to contracts and losing control of key business data as well as IT systems. How can MTI provide better assurance to SMEs with such concerns? The Association of Trade and Commerce also fed back that some SMEs feel that support can be a lot more holistic because as beginners, they may not be clear of the holistic roadmap for a successful digitalization, such as the need for online marketing after developing an online sales channel. SMEs hence found themselves underestimating the costs and the time required to build a digital channel. On this note, how can MTI provide more comprehensive support for SMEs to digitalize? Thank you.